It is unbelievable just how many things are happening in Brisbane in February. This video will be the most comprehensive, most diverse list of things to do, events that are happening in Brisbane in February of 2023. I'm going to share with you over 50 different events that are happening in this city in the 28 days of February. It's ridiculous. And I challenge you not to find at least 3 things that you would love to do. I'm going to fly through them because, hey, you know, there's 50 things and I don't want to hold you up too long. But if there's any that seem interesting to you, there will be links to every one of them in the video description below, so you can check that out in your own time. So the first events are for the horror fans out there, and both of them are happening on the 1st of February. The first one is an interactive horror experience called Call Me. It sounds really cool, actually. You start in your car at Mount Coot-tha. You can be you or with a group of people, and you'll get a message to your phone, and you'll follow the guidance from that, and it'll lead you around Brisbane on this scary thing where you're going to meet all kinds of entities. And I don't know, if you want to find out if it sounds like something that may be down your alley, then check out the link in the description. It does sound pretty cool. Also on the 1st of February is the last day that you can watch the film Skinamarink. A lot of people have said it's so atmospheric and spooky and they've loved it. A lot of people have hated it too. So you may love it, you may hate it, but it definitely seems like one for the hardcore horror people to check out. Probably the biggest cultural festival happening in Brisbane in February is BrisAsia. There's a heap of Asian-themed events happening throughout the month. There's a dumpling making party hosted by Saucy Wench on the 1st. There's free events like Laneway Party in Burnett Lane near Queen Street Mall, which is a tea-themed mini festival within the bigger festival. There's a Lunar New Year rooftop party at Sunnybank Plaza on the 4th, which will also have fireworks, so definitely a good free one to check out there. And as part of BrisAsia, there's also a heap of stand-up comedy, drama, dance, music, food. There's all kinds of events, so definitely check out the BrisAsia links below. Also on the 25th is Brisbane Holi Festival of Colours, where you can throw coloured powder at other members of the massive crowd that's likely to show up. That'll be a lot of fun. Getting away from the Asian stuff to a more Brazilian flavour is Cervejada Carnival, which will be held at the Valley with Brazilian food and music. If you head to Queen Street Mall on the 1st of February, you can view Gathering, which is a performance by Nanakal Yagara Aboriginal Dance Company. And on the 4th is Bandaluzia Flamenco Dance and Music Show at the Powerhouse. And when it comes to music, there is no shortage of live shows throughout February. Bands like the Super Jesus, who are making a comeback, Ed Sheeran, although it's probably a bit late if you don't have tickets for that one already, Ben Harper, Empire of the Sun, Sting, Blink-182, Charlie XCX, Marlon Williams. I'm going to give you a link below to a website that actually lists all of the gigs, and so that you can find out the dates and details of pretty much anyone who's playing in Brisbane that you might be interested in seeing. As far as music festivals go, we've actually got 2 big music festivals happening in February. First is Laneway Festival, with the lineup including all of these artists. And on the 11th is a free music festival called Mountain Goat Valley Crawl, which will have 41 acts over 8 different venues, with bands including the Terrys, the Boys and Void. And all throughout February, we've got the Bands in Parks event put on by Brisbane City Council, including Twilight Jazz by the River at the Maritime Museum, the Southeast Queensland Big Band at the Mount Coot-tha Botanic Gardens. There's a heap of other gigs as well. Definitely check out the Brisbane City Council website I've linked below for that. Another event which mixes music and cinema is Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, which will be screened with a live score played by the Queensland Symphony Orchestra. That's on the 25th. And on the 11th is Circus of Light Warehouse Party, which will be a visual spectacle set to music. From the 15th at the Powerhouse is OM, an ambitious sound and art festival. Then there's film events. Throughout February there'll be outdoor cinema in the suburbs, and you can find the various dates and movies following the links below. And you may not know that Brisbane has its own drive-in cinema, so you can go to the Yatala Cinema and see 10 Things I Hate About You on the 11th and 14th, and also the Rocky Horror Picture Show will be screening on the 25th. Then there's the Ocean Film Festival World Tour 2023, which is on at the Powerhouse starting on the 28th of February. On the 12th to the 14th at the W Brisbane, you can watch movies in the pool on floating recliners with their float-in cinema. And another free event where you can see films for free at the Gallery of Modern Art, or GOMA, is Still Lives, which is overlapping the exhibition Still Life Now, which runs until the 19th of February. There will occasionally be events that don't make it into videos like this on the Brisbane channel, and for those, make sure you're following the Brisbane channel's Instagram account, because sometimes we'll put them in the stories feed on that. As far as other performances go, if you're into hilarious political satire, then you'll probably enjoy the Wharf Review Looking for Albanese, which is running at QPAC. And from the 25th, there's a one-man play called Breaking the Castle, which looks really, really good. And all month you can go to the Broadway Diner at South Bank, where you'll be served by waitstaff who belt out Broadway tunes. That's my idea of hell, but hey, I said there'd be something for everyone. So if you're into Broadway, you're into musical theatre, then that's definitely the restaurant for you. There's a heap of food and drink events happening right throughout February in Brisbane. At Cloudland on the 3rd, there's Vinotopia, Australia versus Italy, where you can sample 9 different wines from each of the countries and then pick your favourite. And on the 10th is Savour, Sour Power, where you can try different sour flavoured cocktails. If you're more of a coffee person, then there's a really interesting event on the 2nd, which is Discover the Power of Koji processed coffee. Koji is a type of mold that they actually use to draw different flavors out of the beans. And on the 18th and 19th is a gluten-free market on the north side. As for social events, on the 10th is Deaf Pub, which is a get-together for people who are deaf or hearing impaired, and also for people who are learning Auslan. And throughout the month, there's a range of different speed dating events for different age groups, so I'm going to link a bunch of them down below. Beyond that, there's a heap of other ones that don't really fit into a particular category, but some really interesting events. If you're into Super Bowl, you can watch Super Bowl live at Livewire 24/7 Sports Bar. On the 11th and 12th is a huge summer water fight, and that's actually a free event. For a big dose of cuteness, on the 11th is the annual pig races at Wynnum. On the 3rd and 4th at Down Under is the Pillow Fight Championships, which you can enter as well. From the 17th to the 19th is GenreCon, which is a conference for people who are genre fiction writers. As a part of that, but an event you can book separately if you want, is High Tea with highly successful authors Natasha Lester and Nalini Singh. Something entirely different is the Psychic Fair on the 13th. And all month you can attend circus performance workshops with Circa Academy. And for homemakers, from the 24th to the 26th is the Brisbane Home Show. Another one, which is quite a different kind of event, but definitely worth mentioning, is police recruitment seminars, which are happening on various days as well. And continuing through February from January are events that are in my January video, including Hamilton, Blush, which finishes on the 12th, Air, Moonlight Cinemas finishes on the 19th, Neighbourhood Earth finishes on the 4th, Playground, Play Moves, Making Place, they're all happening in February as well. So if you want to know about them, you can click on this link here and check them out as well. But otherwise, make sure you're subscribing to the channel so you don't miss out on anything. Visit the community tab, because I do sometimes put events that are happening there that don't make it into the videos, and I will see you in the next video.